welcome again to my channel. It's your favorite Abuja mommy vlogger, Deka, Diary of an Abuja Mom. So I'm with my beautiful friend Ima. Hi Ima. Say hi.
Hello everybody.
Ima is so shy. Don't worry, she'll get into the groove. So Ima is a Japa expert. Abi?
Yes.
Yeah. She's very good. If you talk with her, you know that she knows what she's doing. So you know, now everybody is japaring, so I was like, why not bring her? She's my friend, we went to school together. Why not bring her to come and educate us? Because I feel like so many people have just different ideas. When you go on social media, you hear people say, maybe somebody's talking about, I didn't pass this exam. Somebody will say, go and watch one YouTube video, go and watch one, you know, Instagram video. Yeah. So I was like, no, let me get somebody to come and educate us and on everything. And I asked you guys to send me your questions, and you guys have a lot of questions there. I'm a question plenty, but no worry, we'll reduce them so that, because she's busy. See, she came to my house, she has been working. So yeah, so I'm going to be asking you questions from my subscribers. So the first question is from Joy Ero, and she said, hello Deka, why do you think a lot of people are choosing to japa? You're the professional, why do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to speak for both the single and the married people, why they decide to japa. As we all know, the situation of Nigeria, like basically economically we are not even growing, rather we are depreciating. And then security, it's everybody knows security is terrible at the moment, so it's not something to even argue about. If you decide to fly, it's quite expensive. You're scared of turbulence, plane crash, kidnapping. You decide to use the road, kidnapping, unknown men, terrorists, Boko Haram, kidnappers, militants, even ritualists, even. So sometimes people just don't want to take chances, so they just feel, okay, for my sanity, my family's security, why not we just japa? So that's probably the major factor. Economy, health, security,
education. So
yeah,
education.
Yes. Education
to an extent.
To an extent,
because me personally, I just believe that our education system is.
No, Nigeria is trying.
We're trying, but it's not really. Me and you go the same school, more no lie. I do microbiology. How many times did we really practice in school? That's if there was even enough equipment
you did
practice biochemistry.
Yeah. So that's another thing, and the fun of even trying to study, do the practical, because your environment is choking and frustrating already.
I'm telling you.
So there's just no joy in that. But I know the major factor people japa is just the security, the chase for good life. Yeah. Then for those married, it's just a better future for the kids.
Yeah, true. She also asked, if given the opportunity, will you relocate? Yeah, I just answered, yeah, we relocate though, because things are really happening. Which country would you consider?
Okay. Personally? Everybody knows, everybody loves Canada. Canada is good, like it's good in a lot of instance. One, everybody wants to become a resident permit holder very fast. You want to just transition from studies, become a permanent resident, so it's a bit easier to transition to that compared to other countries, although it's not quite easy the way people portray it to look, but it's easier compared to other countries.
So it's easier than the UK?
Yes, it's way easier than the UK. Yeah, the UK has its long process, but it's way easier than the UK. So that's why you get to hear everybody, oh, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to Canada. But even going to the Canada, you have to prepare. It's not just you wake up from the blues, I want to go to Canada. You have to do your research, you have to save money. You know, relocating is just not something you wake up and, oh, I want to relocate. So you have to plan, you have to research. Is this something, is it like a long-term goal? Is this something I know when I leave this is it, I'm japping, like I'm relocating, you know. So those are factors you have to put in place, and then the cost as well. It needs money. It's not just you wake up and just want to japa.
Between
oh,
UK
my friend
and
Japan.
Canada, which one is more expensive to go to?
UK is more expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Canada will go. But you know, funny enough, my dream, if I was japa, I would consider US.
Well,
I don't know why.
US is good, very good. Like you can even account to, I think, over 300 and something universities in world ranking among the top 1 to 1,000. Over 400 or 500 schools from US are on the list. So you can tell how accredited and how good their universities are compared to other countries. So that's another factor. But the only problem is US universities, their tuition is quite expensive. But to aim at having a reduced tuition, you have to work towards achieving a good scholarship, and they are good with scholarship. Like they are not stingy with it. Very, very good. You can get a school that may even give you complete scholarship, like full fee scholarship in US.
Wow. Compared
to other countries though.
Please, I'm going to discuss something. Yeah, I need scholarship. We're going to discuss. Okay, so the next question is from Anita Kaniko. She said, brief highlighting of the steps to relocation.
Well, it depends on how you want to relocate. You know, everybody knows the 3 processes of relocating. One is through studies, the second one is through skilled work, then the last one is through maybe family ties, marriage, a child. Yeah, so those are the major 3 relocation steps or pathways you can assess.
Okay, so she said, how much does it cost to relocate? And she mentioned on study basis and on work basis.
Okay, so like the 3 pathways. So everybody knows the marriage or family ties does not really cost a lot. So what you're focusing on is just paying your visa fee, which definitely might not be on the high side, and then you just get a lawyer to pay an affordable fees just to process the visa for you. Then there's the skilled work. That one is quite affordable because the only thing you're paying for is basically just the visa fee, but some agents will charge you to get you a job, although some of the jobs are free in those countries. But the agents getting it, it's not also easy for them because maybe they have a third party giving them the job opportunities, and then them in question maybe selling out the slots. But when you go online and carry out a lot of research, you'll be able to at least know how. It's not something that you just do in 1 month and you get a positive feedback. It's something you might even take a year. You can see people accounting, oh, I did this for a year and I was able to get a job. They funded everything. They fund your flights, accommodation. They fund literally 99.5% of everything for you. Wow. So maybe even if you're paying anything, it may just be your visa fee, and when you're paying the visa fee, some will refund it back to you upon arrival to that country. So which means 50-50, it's cheap, and at the same time it's even free. So it all depends on where you land. If you handle it yourself, do the research online, you know you're achieving free. But if you're going through an agency or agents, then you have to pay some specific amount of money to achieve that goal. Then for studies, studying abroad is not easy. So everybody knows that. It's just the fact of this currency fluctuation. That's just even the major factor, because imagine if $1 was one naira, then definitely you and I know, okay, school fees there might not be so high, expensive, but the black market has to come in place. So when you're doing the conversion, you see the fees get to from 4 to max 7 million to at least leave the country.
Okay, so she also asked, are there sites or organizations here in Nigeria where one can use to get jobs abroad before relocating?
Yeah, there are a lot of links online. There are also agents, like I said, so it's just left for you to probably key into searching for one of them, and it will take you a while to find someone genuine, though there are a lot of fake, but just make your findings before you proceed to whichever one you want to venture into, if it's using the online links, because it's always online, or you use an agent. Okay. So whichever one works for you.
By an agent. So use her, guys. You guys will regret it. A person I'm going to use when I want to japa. So you guys should use her. You will not regret it. She's young. She understands. So it's not like you're telling somebody something. The person just, they talk and nothing. The person, they understand other things. So use her, guys. I promise you won't regret it. So she also asked, which countries are more favorable to immigrants in terms of opportunities?
Well, all countries have a lot of opportunities for immigrants, be you African, Asian, just any part of the world you're from. A lot of countries have great opportunities, but mostly US actually have like great opportunities for immigrants. But you know the situation with the immigrants coming to US, and so that's why it's a little bit tight, but people still achieve that, immigrating to US and all. But I would just avoid the illegal immigration, because you lost halfway. So you just have to, whatever you're doing, you just have to plan towards it. It's not something you just wake up and decide to just want to jabba. It doesn't work that way.
Like you're gonna be taking on that ship.
Exactly.
Or flying on the plane.
You can't fly so far.
Please, don't do that. She will make it very easy for you. People keep asking how much in total does it cost to japa.
Okay, so you can't specifically say this is the amount required, but just save funds. That's what I can say. At least have a good amount of funds.
Averagely, like what?
Well, if you're going through the skilled work, you should at least have funds that will sustain you for a couple of 6 months.
Okay,
so you know how you spend and how you run your expenses, and you're moving to another country, so you should be able to know what to expect. Like, you're expecting double of whatever you're paying in Nigeria, so just get ready. Just prepare yourself for 6 months living expenses. It's way better. But to say for skilled work, you should, if you're going through the easy way, that's getting the link, applying yourself, doing everything on your own, max you should be paying is just your visa fee, and then having a good amount of money for your living expenses. So we'll just amount that to 1.5 to 5 million thereabouts.
Our last question. The question is from Julieta Benica, and she says, which country is best and cheap to study medicine for someone who just finished high school, and what is the process?
Okay, so when it comes to standard of education, US is the best to study medicine, and there are other countries as well. That's St. Lucia. They are very good with the medical school there. Okay. Then talking about affordable, medicine abroad is not so affordable, and let me see which of them is cheaper
than the rest.
Let me see. Well, I'll still say US, because due to the fact they give that great scholarship, so it's quite affordable for people to go and study.
Okay, so what's the process?
Okay, so normally for anyone who wants to study abroad, first thing first to put in place is get your valid international passport. It has to have more than 6 months validity. You can't use a passport expiring in 3 or 4 months to try to apply. It won't fly. So first thing first, you have to obtain your international passport.
Okay.
It should have enough validity, but nothing less than 6 months.
Okay.
Secondly, you have to provide your NECO or your WAEC results with C in English, some cases B. I'm generalizing, not just for medical students, because medical students, they prefer having B's in all, like science courses, English and maths, BAs, very great grades. But generally, you just need a C in English or and maths just for your undergraduate studies. Then for master's postgraduate students, so what you need a valid international passport. You need same WAEC or NECO with a C in English and maths, specifically English, because English serves as English proficiency. They value it that way, so, or rather they rate it that way. Then after that, you have to provide your degree certificates, your degree transcripts. Some schools will issue you a conditional offer with students' copy of your transcripts, while some will still request for the official transcript. So you either send to the school or you send to your agent, so that way they can apply for various schools for you. Then you need a detailed CV. This is where Nigerians fail a lot. You need to work on your CV. You don't just provide a CV and state, oh, I worked at H-Medics 2021 to 2022. So you have to put in details. What was your position? What were your duties? You have to list at least 5 to 10 duties or roles you played at that organization. Then it's advisable you put your months along the start month and year, and then end month and end of the year when you stopped working at that organization. So having an organized CV goes a long way in applications, because most times what really gives you an offer letter is your CV and your personal statement. So now moving to personal statement, because it's also a requirement for personal statement or statement of purpose. It's same thing, but some people know it as just personal statement, some know it as statement of purpose, but that is also a #1 criteria for issuing you an offer. So you have to write a detailed personal statement. It's more like pouring out your heart to someone. Oh, maybe this is what's wrong with me and I'm looking for a solution. So that's just what that personal statement entails. You have to pour out your heart, why you want to study in US, why you want to study in UK, depending on what country you're applying to, why you want to study that particular course. It's very mandatory. Why you want to study at that particular university amongst all the ones available in the country. Why that one? You have to put all your mind, your efforts, whatever you have, just bring it onto the table. Just write something good. Even if your English is not good, there's the plagiarism checker or word checker online. Just paste your write-up there, and then it helps you make corrections and you adjust where necessary and put it back in Word and send out to the school. So all these are the important things. And you also have to talk about your previous studies, how it relates to the new course you're progressing to. If it's same course, perfect, you have a lot of knowledge about the same course. But if it's an entirely different course, so you have to work towards a new progression into this field. Like you find some students, oh, I want to study social work, and you ask them, okay, what was your first degree in? I studied business. Okay, work experience, give us details on something that has to do with social work. They don't have any. So in that kind of situation, you just have to be the one to work on yourself and your personal statement. You have to explain why you're now switching from business to social work. And you already know, yes, social work is a very good course. It has like a lot of job opportunities after your program and probably getting a resident permit and all that. It's really a great course. So it's not just, oh, I studied business and I want to study social work. You have to have a reason, not someone telling you, oh, the job is great, you get great job opportunities. You have to at least be able to talk about your experience, even if not full-time experience. Maybe you worked with an NGO, you worked with motherless baby home, just something. You have to put that in, because that personal statement is what really gets you an offer. So when you're transitioning from a business to science field, you just have to put in your best. It's not just the duty of the agent to do the magic or the miracle. You have to put in your effort on why you really want to study, because you also need to provide a work reference and one academic reference. That way it's easier for you, because some schools will request for 2 work reference or academic reference. So it's better you provide 1 work and 1 academic reference. Then for the married folks, ensure to upload your marriage certificates, your change of name affidavit, and then the newspaper publication. So those are basically the major documents required for an unconditional offer from any university abroad.
But for somebody like me, I don't have newspaper. I didn't do it.
Then affidavit can suffice.
But can I still do it?
Yes.
It doesn't matter how long.
No,
like
if
you've been married for 10 years and you do it now.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The main thing is you have the document at hand.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so my own personal question, and I think so many of you guys want to know, apart from school, japaring, do you also help people like maybe holidays?
Yeah.
You also do that too?
Yeah, we also handle holiday visas, tourist visas rather.
Yeah.
And then if you also want us to handle your tour package, yeah, we can as well do that. So that's like a different body on its own. So why we're separating both is just so we have people working on the tourists and then people working on the studies, skilled work, marriage visa and all that. So it's just separated into 2. That's the fun and the serious.
Oh yeah, because I know some people are going to want to reach out to you, so you give us your details like websites, office, phone number, WhatsApp, whatever you have, you know, so they can reach out to you. You guys, okay.
So our Instagram handle is international admissions with a Z.
Okay.
Together. Then our phone number, so the major phone number is 080-3706-3731. So you can reach out to us 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. But on weekends, your messages can be attended to, your WhatsApp messages can be attended to, but definitely no calls.
Reach out to her. She will do everything for you. She will guide you. You can see how she likes to explain everything step by step, and
yeah,
that's what we want.
So you know what you're getting into, and don't get stuck halfway, because
some people will just make it seem like sharp UK, the next day you're going, or they don't explain everything. Like, these are the documents you need to have, these are the, you know, halfway you're crying. It's as if your village people, but it's not your village people, it's you.
Yeah, you just have
and
to
the agent
ready.
You're using. Change your agent. If your agent is giving you stress, change your agent. Use her. Like I said, and I keep emphasizing this because I trust her, right? So I want you guys, if you guys are watching this video, then you trust me to an extent. So I want you guys to use her, and you won't regret it, and you'll come and give us testimonies, don't worry. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you did, big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell button to get you notified. So when I post a new Japa video like this one, you'll be the first to get it. We love you guys so much for watching. Until our next video, bye.